2026 FIFA World Cup? It sounds like a crazy question to some people. To others, it sounds like a dream that is finally possible. The 2026 World Cup will be the biggest football tournament ever. It will be hosted by the USA, Canada, and Mexico. For the first time, 48 teams will compete instead of 32. And the eyes of the world will be on North America. So the real question is simple. Is the USA just hosting the party, or can they actually win it? Let's break it down step by step. Why hosting matters. So much history shows us one big thing. Host nations almost always perform better. They play at home, they know the stadiums, they don't have to travel long distances, and the crowd is always behind them. Look at past World Cups. France won in 1998 at home. Germany reached the semifinals in 2006 as hosts. Brazil made it to the semis in 2014. The USA will play most matches in familiar stadiums with loud home crowds. That kind of support can push players to another level, especially in tight knockout games. Hosting alone does not guarantee a trophy, but it gives a massive advantage. The golden generation of U.S. soccer. For the first time in history, the USA has a real golden generation. This is not hype. This is facts. Many U.S. players now play at top clubs in Europe. They are not bench players anymore. They are starters. Christian Pulisic brings experience from the biggest leagues and tournaments. Weston McKennie adds strength, energy, and leadership in midfield. Tyler Adams is a defensive engine who reads the game well. Giovanni Reyna has creativity and vision that can unlock defenses. On top of that, younger players are coming through fast. The U.S. player pool is deeper than ever before. 10 years ago, the USA relied on hard work and physical play. Now they have skill, speed, and tactical awareness. That is a huge change. Experience on the big stage. One of the biggest problems for the USA in the past was lack of experience. That problem is slowly disappearing. Many current U.S. players have played in UEFA Champions League, Europa League, top domestic leagues in England, Italy, Germany, and Spain. They are used to pressure. They are used to hostile crowds. They are used to high-stakes matches. By 2026, most of these players will be in their prime years. Not too young, not too old. That timing matters a lot in World Cups. The new 48-team format helps the USA. The new World Cup format could quietly help the USA. With 48 teams, the group stage becomes less brutal for top nations. One bad game does not always mean elimination. This gives teams like the USA more room to grow into the tournament. Momentum is everything in a World Cup. If the USA starts strong and builds confidence, they can become very dangerous. More matches also mean more chances for tactical adjustments and squad rotation. Teams with depth benefit the most. And the USA finally has depth, tactical growth, and coaching. Another big factor is tactics. The USA is no longer playing outdated football. The team presses higher, moves the ball faster, and plays with more confidence. Coaching at youth and senior levels has improved a lot over the last decade. American players now grow up learning modern football systems instead of just physical play. However, this is still an area where the USA must improve. Top teams like France, Argentina, and Spain are ruthless with tactics. They punish mistakes instantly. If the USA wants to win the World Cup, tactical discipline in big moments will be critical. The mental test talent is one thing. Mental strength is another. World Cups are not won by skills alone. They are won by teams that stay calm under pressure. The USA still needs to prove they can handle late-game pressure, penalty shootouts, knockout match nerves. One mistake can end everything. The good news is that playing at home can help mentally. The crowd can lift players instead of crushing them. But expectations will be massive. That pressure can either make heroes or break teams. How far has the USA gone before? The best World Cup finish for the USA was third place in 1930. That was a different era of football. In modern times, the USA has mostly reached group stage exits. Round of 16 quarterfinals on rare occasions. Making a semifinal would already be historic. Winning the whole tournament would be a massive shock to the football world. But shocks do happen in football. No one expected Croatia to reach the 2018 final, Morocco to reach the 2022 semifinals. So the idea is not impossible. The biggest obstacles. Let's be honest. If the USA wants to win the World Cup, they must beat giants. Teams like Brazil, France, Argentina, England, Germany. These teams have decades of winning culture. They know how to close out tournaments. The USA still lacks that killer instinct at the highest level. Another issue is defense. Against top teams, small defensive errors turn into goals quickly. Improving defensive consistency will be key. What needs to go right for the USA to win? For the USA to actually lift the trophy in 2026, several things must go perfectly. Key players must stay healthy, young talents must step up, tactical decisions must be spot on, home advantage must be used fully, confidence must grow match by match. World Cups are short tournaments. Timing matters more than reputation. If everything clicks at the right moment, the impossible can become possible. Realistic expectations. So let's answer the question honestly. Can the USA win the 2026 World Cup? Yes, it is possible, but it is not likely. A realistic goal would be quarterfinals or semifinals. That alone would be a massive success and a turning point for American soccer. Winning the World Cup would require a near-perfect tournament. Why 2026 still matters, even without winning. Even if the USA does not lift the World Cup trophy in 2026, this tournament can still be a massive win for American soccer. Hosting the World Cup puts soccer in front of millions of new fans in the United States. People who normally only watch the Super Bowl or NBA Finals will suddenly be watching World Cup matches in their own cities. That kind of exposure changes habits. Once fans get hooked, many of them stay. Youth soccer will grow even faster. Kids who watch players like Pulisic or Reina on the biggest stage will want to play the game themselves. More kids playing means more talent in the future. This is how strong football nations are built. The MLS will benefit too. More attention means more money, better players, and higher quality competition. That helps American players develop at home instead of relying only on Europe. So even without winning, 2026 can be the moment where soccer truly becomes a major sport in the USA, not just something people watch every 4 years. That long-term impact could matter more than one trophy. So can the USA win the 2026 World Cup?